from the public, like as people like inmates them where they say some man run away, they say some man die, some man wound. We don't know. You go able for clarify that need to be.
Well, no jail man run away. Yeah, that make that very clear. Then also, yes, I see one dead body. When I say that, but I'm not going to tell you the circumstance in which he died, but now in the ensuing chaos or whatever.
Now inmates on a
well, I don't know the full
police
person.
officer on a prison officer.
I learn say na prison officer,
Okay.
we na plumber. Yeah, that I get from the prisons people the way they were talk to because me say I just come out the car, right? But now no more that one gay person no more die. But of course, plenty of people they wounded because they be the stone. The German be the stone. So Bokuman do them boss they damage them, but then stone to win and the way they be deeper. You understand? But we'll go forget the full details later in the day. We'll give to the public.
This na call for concern from waiting to happen so for the government. How the government go ensure that them put security, reliable security where they know say they go rely on, for let them kind issues they also not happen again.
Well, normally,
then kind important office
then
in
kind
that.
of happen. It can unfortunate that it happen, but it also represent the opportunity for let when I really go under which we think it don't happen. You understand me? Then they get for make that investigation. They go bring us all that kind of thing in there. Because definitely for let this kind of thing happen, a lapses go down there somewhere within the correctional center and this headquarters. Now go down lead to that day. So who are the way responsible for the lapses then the investigation go bring out, then action will be taken for correcting things going forward, so that in future we're not going to get any kind of situation there. So.
Okay, people they link this to Paolo Conte arrest we then do because of the crime we commits to the state.
Well, we now government we're not going to that day for now. You understand me? If now so be the investigation will go for on that one day.
Okay.
What you want for stick to now waiting happen today. And the latest situation now, when that the things they under control, everything come now, and the public no need for worry. People just need to go about their normal business. The situation is under control. The security around the prisons has been heightened, so nobody not gets anything for fear. If not because the bango pull a particular person or this or that, however they go about them, the investigation will go for on that day, and appropriate action will be taken.
All right. Then we even if they get another message like for saying that somebody will get COVID-19 with inside the cell. Well, now cause this back because we they get conflicting messages them
well,
right
across. The COVID issue, the correctional authorities, to be very fair with them, they don't take some actions because even before this case came, they said they don't institute some measures like even visiting them. Would for doing almost possible for those side within the correctional facility. They don't take some action, so they listen to them PIO. Not before this time. It's just unfortunate that they go get this case where this person go commit suicide and bring account remand, they can't seek, then it show positive. But even with that, they acted immediately. The moment they show positive, they isolate them. Then they one and the way in the BDSM side motorcar where they go na court where they come. Where they put in a cell, they don't isolate them all. You understand me? So they don't take concrete steps for deal with the situation. Yeah. So if that again another link, the full investigations will get for sure. We know say normally when they get in there, some people can get some fear. You understand? But for go to this extent, for let people then set fire to structures, damage and then some man attempt if you for commander do, it goes beyond that. So the investigation will go for proof that one day.
So now structures and we born. Is it that the side where the inmates and they born?
No,
or?
not to the inmates. One
okay, which
administrative side, the administrative building before side.
Okay.
That the fire start first, then the kitchen, then one or two other building anywhere inside. We never go inside there. But now they main building, that administrative building there. You understand? Before side, the kitchen, I think part of the hospital, and one or two other one there. But na real na sober building them and plenty money na so.
Right, because I happen for go around during where this incident here so they happen, at least and to people them where they talk, even to prison personnel themselves. They talk like for say this year so be done they be orchestrate from 2-3 days or a week ago where all this happen. So I don't know how the government could able ensure that una able for look into this investigation properly.
Well,
For ensure say una bring anybody.
if they be done plan am, if they be done plan am, the one that we na the senior authorities dey, if the gentleman they talk so, they self for don't be aware. You understand me? Because then prisons na complicated place. Yeah? So the then thing and they now people that we get the training, the professionals them have for deal with that situation and they that then go always tell you say this kind of one can happen. You understand? So if people indeed like they talk say na be, then they not take the appropriate moves, then they self you go beg for questions where certain people will go for answer definitely. You understand? Because I mean this kind of thing now serious threat na impose to state security. If they don't get all their hardcore criminal and they for come out, they can't now the city in chaos.
Right.
So then kind of thing and the government they take it very seriously and government they investigate fully and take appropriate action against anybody responsible for this kind of thing that's happening today.
Right, Abubakar Josi say in our head of strategic communication unit, now the Ministry of Information and Communication continue for the with me now the program as where we come back we go can talk within this mean to we democracy where we get now the country. The program where they listen to na midday show and it come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You self get a chance for add the voice on the issues them will they discuss on 077981981 or you get the opportunity for watch we live on we Radio Democracy Facebook page. Now make we relax and go for a short music break after which we will continue with the program midday show.
Yeah man, don't forget this one Asila man and Cage man. Whoa now, this one a salon today, not a salon yesterday. People like make we check out to easy, like let me check all the place today, not a salon yesterday. No, if not like that we check out to history. Salon today, not a salon yesterday. No, if not like that we check all the history. Salon today, not a salon yesterday. No, if not like that we check out the history. Salon today, not a salon yesterday. No, if not like that we check out the history. Salon we know, no fussing and fighting. We know, no burning and looting. But now I see so much destruction. Can't find no solution. Hey, what a wicked intention in a this jaja creation. Sorma dem a coma, sorma dem a coma, sorma dem a come with them we get after. Sorma dem a coma, sorma dem a coma, sorma dem a come we have to tell any factor. Look for nowadays them a cause no promotion, and when we check it out we need a solution. Solution to them a wicked intention, and we need it just a love injection. Love injection, me nah go east down detention. Love injection, me nah go east down detention. Salute today, not to salute yesterday. No, if not like that we check out the history. Salute today, not to salute yesterday. No, if not like that we check all the history. Salute today, not to salute yesterday. No, if not like that we check out the history. Salute today, not to salute yesterday. No, if not like that we check out the history. Sorma dem a coma, sorma dem a come with them we
Alright, I hope say you don't enjoy that music the way we give you inside the program. If you just the tuning, remember say the program where you listen to a midday show and they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As I continue for talk to my studio guests, I get with me at the studio Abubakar Josise, when I head of strategic communications unit na the Ministry of Information and Communications. And then I also for talk on the riot wey happen na the Salone Correctional Center this morning. Yes, Mr. Joseph, as we continue for talk on this issue, not a secret say we don't dey lot of information, but like we go born CID, we go born different government institution that we don't dey that dey na social media and all of that. Wetin the government dey do for curtail them kind bad information and now we dey see now e dey manifest now. Wetin how you feel say the government go come in for address the issues
people wey dey use social media for incite hate and all that thing there. No matter of time, because right now as I talk to you, the cyber laws, then they are law officers. Once they done it, then go to parliament enact them. Then when we begin for actually enforce that one day, then all of them tears will become a thing of the past, because you will provide platform for that person day, for the doing kind thing they also for the incite hate, violence, that kind of thing they do. Definitely now you go to take responsibility for anything they do. And I don't feel to say any mobile service provider go on for that one day. So you see, because anything there you get forget the laws. Yeah, we not ever don't get cyber laws in this country. And then we don't get that is where you start, because even if you arrest the person, you say now this is done, that is done, you have to go and prove it in a court of law. And evidence you get forget, and the law way they now you get for use for get conviction for that person they will not be done getting laws in this. So then they be done make the situation difficult small. But very soon we'll get in cyber laws in the once we get a parliament pass them, then we will really get tough with people them we fit to say that for the easy social media like how they want for the incite hate, violence and other things they will not go for law society to go before. So that's what they do. But also right now, as I talk to you, under the emergency, the state of emergency, the president got power for make regulations. And some of the regulations we I know see we put together right now. I get for those how for deal with people who they spread fake news, where they incite violence, all that thing, them bad information there during this COVID 10 year. The one in itself, once the appropriate authorities look them and everything, then they go come into force. You understand? But the whole thing of people the way they use the social media for cause problem in this country, when cyber laws come into force, it will address that in there entirely.
So what in this mean for we democracy in a salon? With all this thing where they happen?
Well, democracy is about rule of law. People the way they na detention facilities, they not just put them there because they feel for put them there. They put them there because they get issues with the courts. You understand? So na part of rule of law. But then when other people then think say not to the law go pull them commodity, now then go pull themselves commodity. When they the law self not go agree for them. Like this kind of situation will get so way some officer will come up by force. Because if you get issues with the court, now the court you get for detail, the court clear you. If the court not clear you, then they convict you. You serve the time where the court say you for serve. After which now make now they call and correctional center. During that 10 day where you go to serve, then go they put things there inside you where they make you know say you're supposed to be good human being. So by the time they don't where you come out, if you don't become refined, so that you self will contribute now to national development. But if you say power, you will force your way out. Like if you do know, the law will always frown at you and bet you tranga. Like the other way do so, well, the investigation will go on. There's sabi there. And the one in there I tell you for free, the law go for bet and tranga.
Alright, continue for with me now the program. Abubakar Josise, Head of Strategic Communication Units na the Ministry of Information and Communications. The program na midday show. Send a text message on 077981981. Add your voice on the issues them go to discuss na the program, or you go watch me live now we Radio Democracy Facebook page. We dey take another issue inside the program. The Health Education Program Manager and Communication Lead na the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, Harold Thomas, say the ministry don't fail not say people in the western area they go against the law where government don't put say citizens them for wear face masks na public them by force. Harold Thomas talk this to journalists them inside the everyday press briefing where the Ministry of Information can hold for the update to the public what's the COVID-19 within the country. They talk more to Cherno Jallo inside this interview.
Well, for today, the 28th of April, we get 5 new confirmed positive cases for COVID-19. And it brings the cumulative total to 104. Total death still remains at 4. Active cases we will get at the isolation center at 88. And we don't get 2 new recoveries. That means to say 2 people and done well. They added to the 10, make 12. And also we get currently at the quarantine, we get 1,192. And the number who they don't discharge from quarantine are 1,339.
So before we go for the winter report, no watch out the special lockdown and also the curfew order. No watch out the success story and the challenges.
Well, the success story is that we're able for during the lockdown for monitor and trace 100% of the primary contacts in. That are them people that will be linked to them cases in there. And we're able for also trace close to 80% of the secondary contacts in. We have see where the movement we stop, we reduce, make we able for do that. And all the cases or most of the cases where we get they link to previous confirmed cases. Another success story also, as what they talk so today, we don't get 12 people that we don't recover. So this shows say in spite of the fact say we go lost 1 or 2, then we know say when you get COVID-19 you go in a treatment center, not to say anybody will go there go die, where they get recoveries. And it also show we say when you go quick, na the treatment facility, you stand very, very high chance for let you go survive.
Look, watch out some of the challenges.
Some of the challenges where we get right now as I talk to you, governments don't put law say everybody where they go to public space if we're wearing face mask. Unfortunately, people in a free tongue the western area they not agree for do that. And we get over 80 cases now western area urban. So that they show say the cases a lot in a western area will be very, very careful and use the face mask in addition to other measures. Other measures including the hand washing with soap and water, the social distancing where you for set your hand, for touch other person, the cough and sneeze etiquette where you cough or sneeze at the back of your elbow, or you use tissue paper and you throw them, and if you're sick, call 117. All landed with the face mask is very important.
So as government don't say they add on the coffee and the partial lockdown until further notice, whose new measures will the Ministry of Health go for add to the previous one?
Well, this is an emergency situation, and if any new measure there, will they come back and announce to the people them? How we think they go, now so will they still announce. If we want to do any other thing, will they always notice people and we announce.
Yesterday we get a report say one inmate at the main correctional center in Panama they don't contact the virus. So far so good, take weeks to do.
Well, yes, that person they actually been there in quarantine. Surveillance then they do them work and put on a quarantine. He did it, now he escape. He go do bad. So the people who say go do bad, they don't say he been there in quarantine. They hold them, then put on a police. From there, he go Pademba Road and also he been going to court. Later on, he feel sick. But the medical people they were there na the Pademba Road Correctional Center, they look and say this case, it look like say a COVID case. So when they test them, it's positive. So now so it become a case.
So far so good. The surveillance team they will contact anybody coming.
Yeah, immediately the EOC then don't activate some protocols of surveillance, and the surveillance people then don't they go around now and for investigate and get the primary and the secondary contact. They're not done it, but then still don't do most of them work, and then we continue for them so that all them when they will contact where they at risk, then we're able to pull them and observe them.
During the last outbreak in the country, 2014 to be precise, the Ebola victim, they will still say some don't recover, but still after the recovery, they get some health implications there. Like some man they blind, some man they deaf, and so far so good. In line with them when they are sober. Then corona patient they will recover. And I don't get any reports from them concerning side effects.
Now, this, say corona and a new disease, I mean, they call a novel coronavirus. So we always learn, we do a lot of studies, we do, and now they get to first set of people that will recover. Even the other side of the world, themselves, then they look and then we'll see as time they go on, we'll go able to observe, waiting if they get any problem or if they not get any problem. Science has something where they always, nothing where they go on every day, and we learn new things.
What are the current condition of the patient living at the isolation?
Well, the one that we don't recover, it don't show say, then do tests inside 24 hours, then do 2 tests and then negative. So that may they say they don't recover, they don't discharge them. And the other one, we did it, and generally when you take the all, most of them, then condition, is stable.
Well, that's now the voice of the Health Education Program Manager and Communication Lead na the Ministry of Health and Sanitation. Harold Thomas be the talk to Cherno Jalo. Also, I be the give updates about the press conference where the Ministry of Information and Communications can hold for journalists them on the COVID-19. We continue with the program with the show, and now I read some text message them we don't come inside the program from the inserts day where we just done here. And this first one we are going to take from 077 says Sierra Leone government need to wake up and do something better for the nation. Alright, this message not clear. And this other one say let government take death penalty against anybody found wanting or of this antagonist act that happened this morning at Pademba Road Prison because it threatens our security and democracy. And this person put a name, and this other one say waiting they happen now not fine for the country. Outing like that go happen. We not hear any secret leak. Prison officials them una no get confidence pan them. Please, Papa government, now for do something and make sure say the security na the country all water. Alright, and this other text message we don't come inside the program. This one they say there is gunfire around the Paremba Road Correctional Center now. Alright, and this other text message we don't come inside the program. It is say alright, well we will take other message them from we Ready Democracy Facebook page. We don't get a lot of text message then this first one we I go read say the Pademba Road prison is too big and need to be reduced to small units and allocated to other parts of the country. It is high time that prison is moved from that place and there should be a big shake-up in the management of the prison. And this text from Lawrence, and this other one saying, right. Okay, well I can move over to my studio guests to go to respond as I go through the message them. Over to you, Mr. Sisi.
I see some messages that don't come. People they talk about security and the prisons. Well, I want for sure and I say we will take all necessary measures for ensure say no threats from the correctional center and opposed to state security. As to shake up now the prisons and other thing them, well, investigations get for day, and that investigations they go inform the action we will be taking for ensure say sanity in the correctional center. The other text them basically personal text message there. I don't need more, I think, key.
Right. So now, with the situation there now, and as you say, they don't put the situation under control, and security then they all over the place. Um, also, what of assurance you go give to people them where they listen you in terms of security in the country, and as you self don't listen to one or two message them we don't come say the need for relocate the prison, and can go na other parts, for the city. Also,
Well,
word of assurance
the
you go give to Sierra
like
Leoneans in terms of
the prisons
security.
relocation, a good idea. I go find for you, yeah. But over the years, it not happen. And currently, we look at the economic situation with it. Because building a brand new prisons, we just get forget prisons in the Western. There are prisons, correctional facilities in different parts of the country. But you have to have one in the city because we get plenty courts and where inmates can get for their time. So with that, uh, when things get better, then it would be a good idea for relocate the prison because we could build on other side. Then kind idea then they will get them. When the resources are available, we go implement them. But for now, we side and they show we go do everything humanly possible for ensure state tight security there around it, and they can't see where people should not go happen again.
All right, this text message we can inside just now. They say, "Good afternoon. What caused the gunshot and what killed the man who died?" And this they come out from DJ Techno Nakona Kridi Lunge.
Well, what caused the gunshot? Na riotous situation. In a riotous situation, they get for fire gun, then go fire tear gas. For put the security force go use gun fire, then go use tear gas fire for bring the situation under control. As to wetin happen with the man who died, the circumstance in which he died, I no get full details. But me say don't confirm say somebody lost his life in the ensuing chaos.
Right, so as the term already done the catch we inside the program, just say we Usai now, like, because people are concerned, but Usai Paulo Conte they now, and other inmates them. Usai they don't they right now, they don't pull them na that side. Usai the fire happen and relocate them any side,
Yeah, the inmate way being there close to the fire definitely. Then they evacuate them to safety. Then they return in the back. Which I Paulo Conte today, me no go answer that one day. Me no say which side day na they supposed for day because he get case for answer na court. So which side day na they which side supposed for day na day until the answer in case we get na court.
So we go get for security mount up, in that particular area day.
Definitely.
As we speak.
As I talk to you,
not so when a situation arise, we go get for the
no,
security.
but security be always on the day. In fact, then security they do the initial response. You understand? They always on the day, and they can even lock you under. Then get time they can lock the remote cannot they pass the. Mr. Segbe work come off from because na Easter they come off from West for campus for go home. Certain time of the day, they pass under again. You understand? Then get up to the time when they can open the for them must can pass. They will don't increase security around the OSG personnel as well as military personnel. They be already done the day. Security be always there around it. And when this attempted jailbreak happened this morning, the one that will respond to that situation, the way make sure say jailman no one away, then security and they will be there until the reinforcements begin for come, where they begin for put the situation under. So security always did it. What you will do now increase you increase them. As I talk to you, if you go by the back, we say we na chapel, then they build a tower now, where now they call a watch tower, where they go do on top, they watch exactly everything they happen inside and what are measures they as well.
So we'll get for suicide, government could get for to come in for structure the security.
Well, the information go inform that day because if the information the investigation shows say there have been lapses here and there and there and there and this and this and these people that they're responsible, definitely there will be a shake up because elephants will like I did. Let the situation happen again. So if people will be for man various side they don't man where lapses take place will lead to this, definitely some adjustment in structures will happen for ensure say this can't happen going forward.
So we will get for see the presidential pardon continue with this kind
yeah, but
problem
then the process be done now.
Okay.
The process be done now. The other way there it is a process. You understand? From the selection of them people and they then get thing they already look for, where criteria they there for meet, where they make them select them, where they done and therefore go through other process them and this and that, take everything done before finally they submit their names and the HE sign and say that they were asking the pardon. So they have gone through all the process. Okay. So definitely, I mean, that will go reverse.
So what you go to, because we already say some inmates and wound where they can go, then take them now hospital also.
Well, now the clashes way up inside it, because if you go there, you go see the stone even at all. People will be there outside the stone, the security force will be there for moving, for put the situation under control. So in the process, you get people that will sustain injuries. You understand? Inmates as well as members of the security forces. You understand? So they get for treat all one in the
Okay, this other text message they say just to say the government for do something. They say lawless boku na prison. They say lawless boku na prison again. Then a question where the person they ask. Then this other one says, sir, if you know what caused the gunshot, you should know what killed him. I don't know.
But right. I don't understand what it is for talk. I know it caused the gunshot. The soldier man and the OSC, the way the police, they don't just grab the begin shoot in the air, and they not aim them gun at anybody. They fire up at the air for maintain law and order. If all this way incidents not happen upon them, but whether you gunshot, nothing. You understand me? So they fire gunshots because there was disorder, and they have for maintain law and order. We not make them then deploy them. You understand? As to whether or not they kill that man, where they say that I don't know yet. Yeah, so there is no way I can link it to that yet for now. Yeah, but then the lawlessness every side, every prison issues, and then all prisons around the world. You understand? Prisons are constant monitoring for the. I make a tell you professionals and the way they deal with that situation. Like you, for instance, one man they call Abi Weinstein, where they be say be the na pedophile, where they poor picking there. Yeah, they begin for all a big man, billionaire. Then go keep an jail, they don't begin face trial. One day they just go meet I don't die in a cell, they commit murder. US prison where camera they all side, they monitor people the whole side. So prisons a lot of things can happen there. Understand? I mean a constant monitoring. So when lapses take place, normally then they investigate. So that they will correct that one day going forward. So that's so second for doing this instance.
Okay, this one says Sierra Leone prison officer will not guarantee them because look what happened this morning. Salone prison they not for day na yeah. He says Salone prison they run away. That they think they try for talk about the prison officer then they run away.
Okay.
Yes, and this they come out from Evans.
Okay. Yeah. It don't be somehow small, but I make we don't get additional deployment of armed security them around the prisons. And this morning, then do a good job for ensuring people will not break the jail and run away. You understand? And so we don't increase security. We don't add part the one that we been did. So law and order don't return back to the prisons.
All right, so as we wrap up the program, I will ask you this and I will ask you again. In terms of security, waiting at the word of assurance where they agree to the public.
Security.
For let this not happen again, let people not panic because right now if you see now the place all over the town, nobody, no activities, no they take place.
Security normally inside this dispensation, we do on top of things when it comes to security. Yeah, nobody no need for panic, nobody no need for fear. Then here na isolated incidents away can normally happen. But the government in capacity for respond appropriately and put things under control. You understand? Now people that for rely on. And especially in this particular case. This one is under control and we ensure we continue to maintain law and order in the society so that citizens then will go about their business and live their life.
Alright. Thank you very much. In name na Abubakar Josise in our head of strategic communication unit na the Ministry of Information and Communications. Thank you so very much for where you can give me updates on the recent happenings.
Thank you for having me.
Well, as we not get better time again at the program now, so this edition of the program Midday Show go left you for today. plenty. Thank you to me producer Alex Lawrence Koroma, executive producer Michael Sambola, and the technical team. You get DJ Sugarcane, we give the technical support, and Seth, we get Indolo. We make sure say you see we live on we Radio Democracy Facebook page. So till we meet again, tata for now.